Alright, hi again everyone, glad to see you, and yeah, so it's a new day, new week, new weekend. It's actually Sunday this time because it was raining all day yesterday, and it's probably going to be raining most of today, which unfortunately means the grass is wet, which means my shoes are wet, so this is going to be uncomfortable after a while, but whatever. Anyway, just need to get started today, and I'm going to get started with where we left off last time, with the bolts that belong in the bottom here. I got some 6-inch bolts, and I think I got some 5.5-inch lag bolts too. So let's get those in and just start going at it. Alright, so let's see what we can do with this 6-inch by 3/8-inch lag bolt here. And we're just going to put this straight through the hole we made last time. Okay, the lag bolts are in, and the next section I'm going to look at are the guardrails here, or railings. So we're going to get those fixed next. And to do that, we got to take off this bottom piece. This one's kind of waggly on the top, but I don't have a part to replace that right now. We got to pull this off, and as you might recall, these are connected by screws on the bottom. In this case, they are square head or Phillips. You can use either bit. I'm going to try using the square head bit first, because I think that'll strip a little less. But only one way to really find out. Let's get trying to get the power cord for the drill off the ground here, because it is all wet, and I don't want the connection between the power cord and the extension cord to get water on it. So, all right, let's see what we can do with this. One, and let's get this one. This is a lot easier to do when it's connected to something as opposed to last time when I was just doing this, holding it. All right. Alright, that's one completely done. Alright. Alright, now those are all off. Let's start putting it back together. Okay, now we're here up top, and we got the steering wheel over here, and two of the little guardrails are attached on the top still, because I didn't pull them off, because I didn't have to. But this one I did take off, because I could, and actually that's the other reason I didn't take the other ones off, because I couldn't, because for whatever reason, Rainbow sunk these things really far in deep, and some of them are too deep, so you can't go in even with this socket. But this one you're able to, so let's go ahead and install this one. And I do want to have gloves on for this, because I'm going to be holding this old wood, which I'll be standing over. Don't get too many slivers from it. Be fine for the kids. But yeah, no, we'll probably at least stain over it later if we don't sand it. But yeah, so we got a couple of bolts here, a couple of lag bolts, and we'll start by getting this one a little further out. It's sticking out the end. Sticking out the end. So we just push this into place. Yeah, that's fine. And then go ahead and that's in like that. And then there's this one in. And we haven't really had Lincoln come up here yet, because these were not in place. So now that these are in place, we won't have to be as worried about him falling over the sides, and we can just let it play. Like the boy that he is. Alright, so that's in place. So now let's go ahead and grab the bottom pieces and attach them like the other ones were attached. Okay, now some of you probably aren't going to like the way I do this, because it's technically not correct. The correct way to do this would be to attach these to the stringers and then bolt it on the bottom. But what I'm going to do, and this one's a little trickier, it's not quite even. Well, that'll be fine. What I'm going to do is hold this thing up and then attach it on the bottom and then screw the stringers in. That's interesting. Well, that'll be fine. Might be a little bit of a gap there, but not too much to worry. Again, we're using 3/16 bolts. So I got a 5/16, or sorry, 3/8 bolts. So I got a 5/16. And these ones, because they got a sunk hole in them, these ones got a washer. Pardon the train. Like that. Spider in there. Oh, well, you know, I thought the other screw I was missing. Nope, that's a new one. Never mind, still missing screw. Then look out for that. Wash, rinse, repeat. Okay, lesson learned. Bore off the hole for the washer before you start drilling the other hole, because the other washer didn't fit. And unlike this one that just pushed in, this one actually split open the thread hole, so the pre-hole, so it stopped going in. So I ended up having to bore it out anyway. So we're going to do that for the other 4. Okay, now we got these bottom pieces installed on both sides. This is the last custom built piece that we had to replace. So that's mostly in now. Now we got to drill the pre-holes with these lined up, and then screw more SPAX screws into the bottom of these. So let's see how that works for the first couple. Because again, I kind of got to drill the holes and then make sure the bits line up with them or the screws line up when we put them in there. But yeah, so let's see here. If we do this, and interestingly, this drill bit doesn't even really go into the stringer here, so we'll see what happens. It might crack the stringer, I might have to replace it. I think I'm going to adjust my drill bit a little bit so it extends a little bit more out. But yeah. I changed my bit out really quick and start getting some of these screws in here. Want it as lined up as possible. So we'll see if that actually happens. Alright, so I'll grab that through here. Starting to get bit by bugs a little bit. Alright, now put that where we want it. Oh, that went in. Nice. And every second one it's a little easier. So that's in sturdy now. Real nice. Now, if you want to come up top with me, I'll show you exactly how we line those up. Up here, that's a little scary, but okay, this was not perfect. But the point was to push these far back enough to cover up those screws. That one's not covered. Oops. So I guess I got to do a little better job of pushing those back. We'll go ahead and do those ones and those ones, but the whole point is make sure this is nice and sturdy so little kids can't, you know, push out and fall off. Yeah. Okay, it's not perfect, but guess what? These are all sturdy now. The screws are mostly covered up, and yeah, it looks pretty good. And it's effective. That's the most important thing. Kids are safe. And for today, we reached a milestone because I don't have to drill any more holes, which makes me real happy. It's just bolting stuff together. Although honestly, some of these items are heavy, and depending on how far I get today, might include the heaviest of them all. But we'll see. well, I'm not quite done. As you can see, this bolt as yet has me foiled, but I think that might be a two-person job. And then I got to screw in the sides there, that support and that support. But we did get the railings in, and these pieces are now at least somewhat secured, so Lincoln can go up there. Yeah, a little leery of that, but it's fine. He can at least use the slide. He's not going to hang on that or climb on that or anything. He's only 30 pounds. So yeah, we'll continue when we can, hopefully next week. But yeah, hopefully you found that useful and helpful and inspiring to maybe go out and rebuild your own swing set. Otherwise, have yourselves a great day, and we'll talk to you next time. Bye bye for now.